hopefully I can do this before the battery goes flat. Right, I did a video not long ago about the Lisa McPherson death. I will link that above. I did mention in that video that I did dislike Scientology. I have reasons, so I will go through the reasons why. Haven't had any backlash from that one yet. I am not a big enough YouTuber to get backlash from them as of yet. But I'm going to go through a few of the reasons why I dislike them. And some of these reasons are very specific to me, but you might sort of feel in a very similar way as I do. The belief system of Scientology is based on a science fiction book by L. Ron Hubbard. It's very much like me, having a religion based on these two books, the book series that these are a part of, which will never happen, or the Twisted Coven that this is named after in this book. It's very weird to have a religion based on a science fiction book. Makes no sense to me at all, in the slightest. Mistreatments of its members, Lisa McPherson being one of them. Obviously, I'll refer to the video where I go more into detail about the incidents, including passing through hospitals before they got to the hospital, where she was then declared dead, and it took them 45 minutes to get to that hospital, even though she was in a coma. I would have just gone straight to the first hospital, but they couldn't because there was no Scientology doctor on staff. Leah Remini, which is one of the more famous defectors from the religion, she was slandered by the church, saying that she was an apostate, she was a troublemaker, hence why she called her book Troublemaker, that they basically said that she was a nasty piece of work, and that she never fully involved herself in the religion and stuff like that. They basically just made her look like a piece of crap, which I don't believe any of it. She was slandered after leaving the church, after she revealed her concern over the whereabouts of the leader's wife, David Miscavige's wife. That was the last straw, I think, was the fact that during the wedding of Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, she said to David Miscavige, "Where's your wife?" Who she was a friend of, and that just caused a whole snowball of events, which just led to it saying, "I'm done, I'm out of here," and I think she's a lot better off being out. All audits cost money. Each step costs money. Each real job costs money to do. They say if you can take out a loan, do it. They also advocate handing most of your money over to the church, which is also something that a lot of Mormons do. Now, I can understand Mormons doing 10%. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. That's their prerogative. I wouldn't do it, but that's just my opinion. Now, in this instance, an audit I think cost something like $300. If I can find the figures, I'll pop them down below. But the figures are astronomical for these audits and these sessions and such. It's like, what the actual are you on about? If I went into a religion that cost me that much money, like hundreds and hundreds or thousands and thousands or hundreds of thousands, to turn around and say, forget it. My religion, I don't think any religion is free. My religion, if you want me to go into that again, I will go into that again. If not, just have a look up above. I think I'll leave the video up there, which will go into what my religion is. But my religion isn't that expensive. And my religion isn't a conventional religion. I don't go to church. My religion takes place at home. It also relates to two of my tattoos. Also relates to the books, one of my books that I literally can see from my bed. That a lot of people think is relating to one thing when it relates to something completely different. So, don't even get me started on that. manipulate celebrities to get them to pull others into the church. They tried to get Leah to bring Jennifer Lopez in. They've tried to get Tom Cruise to bring Will Smith in, and other people. They also manipulate the stars that are in the religion. There's the prevailing opinion that John Travolta is actually gay, and that because the church doesn't accept that lifestyle, which it isn't a lifestyle, that he's not allowed to be that, so he has to be straight and have children, and he's forced to be something he's not. It's blatantly obvious he's not straight. I'm sorry, but he's not. It's like me saying I'm straight. If you've watched my video, you'll know that I'm not. I'm bi. So, they're using Tom Cruise to lure people in, which is it's a common thing, because it's like, oh, Tom Cruise, it must be good, and then when you research it, you're like, no thanks. I discussed this with one of my friends, who's actually my husband's childhood friend, who's married to my best friend. It's quite our friend network. There's like 5 guys, and they all grew up together. And those 5 guys, out of those 4, have got either girlfriends or wives. I think there's 1 fiance and 3 wives. And each one of us, the girls, come from different walks of life. I'm from a different place entirely in the country. The other 3 are York, born and bred, but there's one couple that's been together for donkey's years. They've been together a long time. And then me and my best friend, I think our relationship lengths are about a year apart. And then the other couple, they've been together about a year less than me and Pete, and they've got a little girl who's 3 in a couple of months, and I can't wait. Oh, she's adorable. I love her to pieces. But yeah, they use people like Tom Cruise. Sorry about that. Shush. Enough. Thank you. Sorry. I live near a main road, I can't help it. And I ain't shutting the window because it's too hot. They use people like Tom Cruise to lure people in, because it's like, oh, if he's part, it must be good. Demands you cut off ties with non-believers. But they've actually given Tom Cruise a little bit of leeway on this, because his ex-wife was, I think she was Catholic, meaning Casey. She was Catholic, and she wouldn't completely convert, and the Surrey is being raised Catholic, I think. So because of Tom's level. Really? Oh, I'm just mounting a spider, isn't it? I'll sort that out in a minute. Sorry. But they give him more leeway than they do with anybody else. He's allowed to do certain things that other people aren't allowed to do, which confuses me. It really does. They stalk people. They'll speak up against them. Like I said, I've not had anything happen yet, but I'm only a tadpole in a big pond. I'm not big enough for them to notice. However, Leah Remini is getting. They're trying to crucify her, and it's not working, because lots of people who are aware of what's going on, are aware of the tricks that they pull to make people hate the people that have left. So, hitting and punching people inside the church who disagree with the way things are being done. Again, I'll refer you to the Going Clear documentary. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to, because me and my friend, this is the story I was trying to tell you before the lorry interrupted. Me and my friend, we were having a conversation at a friend's birthday meal, and we were talking about it. He said, well, watch it. I said, I can't stand the church, and he said, neither can I. He said, but watch it because it gives you more of a background. I have read a lot of interviews surrounding it, and I do really want to watch it. So eventually I'll get around to watching it. It's just weird not having anything like Hulu or Netflix. It's a bit harder for me to watch it. So I will find a way of watching it. Whether I might ask, might see if I can find it somewhere. It ought to be recognised as a church to ensure a tax exemption so that they could get millions of dollars in tax exemption money, which to me it shouldn't be. It's a cult. Christianity doesn't demand money out of everybody's pockets. The only part of Christianity that does that is Mormons. They do ask for donations in normal churches, but you are not forced to donate in churches. How do I know this? Because I was raised Christian for a while, so I was about 10 or 11, which was because I went to a CV primary school. God, the video explaining that's no longer up now. CV is the Church of England, which is the church of the reigning monarch, which I think, I'm not sure, but I think she might be Protestant, I'm not sure. But there's a lot of similarities between CV and Protestant. Some people say that it's the same, other people say that it's not. That's a different matter entirely. Living on site means living in cramped quarters and having very little sleep. Sounds very much like Jonestown to me. And very little food. There are lots of issues relating to this with interviews with people that have had this happen. I will, there'll be too many for me to link, but even just searching Leah's interviews, you'll get them recommended from there. But this is horrid. I honestly haven't read forward on this bit. They've done some of the same things that the Jonestown have done, which is sleep deprivation, cramped sleeping quarters, controlling food, require you to give as much money to them as possible, because they're very, what they call socialist organisations, where you give them all your money and then they give you everything that you need, or give you everything that you need, but not actually give you everything that you need. You've got to declare that you devote yourself to them. You've got to sign a 2 million year contract or whatever it is, 10,000 year contract, whatever it is, saying that they can do things that they can't. A lot of the stories from the books that have come out through Leah, through other people that have left, is insanity. It's the type of thing I'd put in a book, but not put in a religion. I know we joke about people like Onision and John Cookie and having their little cults, which to a point they do, because they have like a little group of people that literally go and attack anybody that attacks them, which is fine. But this is on a bigger scale. This church is worldwide. We have buildings for this church in this country, and I think they do get a lot of petitions against them. So, is it a cult? In my opinion, yes. Everything that they do, I can pretty much draw a parallel. There's a parallel with everything that they do to Jonestown. A lot of the things that they say is very similar to Jonestown. It's just the twist on it is different. With Jonestown, it was, I'm your God. I will do whatever you want me to do. I will heal you. I will do this. I will do that. I will make your life better. This, that, and the other. And then what happened? This is very similar, it's just lasting longer. And I've got a funny feeling that should David Miscavige ever give up, Mr. Cruz will take over. And I'm not looking forward to that day, because I really don't like the guy. Sorry if you're a Tom Cruise fan, but I'm not. You're also told not to research what other people say about the church, which is also something that he's done with the Westward Baptist Church, the FLDS, a lot of normal Mormons, not all, but some, because a lot of normal Mormons kind of live to the very similar rules to the FLDS, but not all of them. I'll use Ellie Dinger as an example. They're very much modern. Ellie shows more skin than most Mormons do. Although they don't drink coffee, Jared does drink a lot of Dr. Pepper, and there is caffeine in that. I know, because I'm a Dr. Pepper addict as well. They also slander anybody who leaves. They say that they were a dissident, they did this, they did that, they attacked this person, they attacked that person, when they didn't do any such thing. They're just making that person seem out to be worse than they actually are. They're not allowing members to be themselves, which includes homosexuality, trans, bisexuality, anything like that. They disallow it. They don't allow it. They will not allow it in any way, shape, size or form. You're not allowed to believe in any other religion by theirs, which to me is horrendous and should not be allowed. I really can't stand the church, that religion. That is one religion I will not ever stand by. My religion does have issues with a certain other religion, namely due to the fact that certain parts of that religion are taken from ours. Another thing that annoys me is a lot of people call my religion New Age. No, my religion's the oldest religion on this planet. It was around a lot longer before Christianity was. So that might give you a clue. But at the end of the day, I don't say on my channel every single video you've got to believe what I believe. You can believe what you want to believe. You can believe in Scientology, you can believe in Christianity, you can believe in Judaism, you can believe in Islam, Sikh, Buddha, whatever. You can be like me, you can be a different version of what I am, because there's multiple versions of what I am. There is a vast array of religions, and to me, a religion like this, a religion like Scientology, isn't a religion. Because their worshippers are forced to do things that they don't want to do. And in normal circumstances, that shouldn't be allowed in any way. Right. So, like I said, tomorrow's video I don't know what I'm going to do yet, because I'll probably do that tonight as you're watching this, because I'm actually recording this a week early. I'm recording this on the 19th, and you'll probably see this, God, I don't know when, but you'll probably see it in a week and 3 days, because my mum was over, and the day that this goes live is the day that she was going home. The day that she goes home, I literally come and crash. So I thought, right, if I get this video done, then that means I can sleep tonight, and then tomorrow I'll do a video for tomorrow. But with a bit of luck, there will be a video up tomorrow. I just don't know what it's going to be yet. It's going to be a fun day Friday. Hopefully I've decided, I suppose what, well, I've got an idea for last Friday, because like I'm saying, I'm filming this on Monday, and I've got up to Thursday's videos filmed. I've just Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays to film, and then I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays done for next week. You know, I've got Thursday, and then I can just carry on as normal from then onwards. Because the husband's currently off work, but he's downstairs playing on the computer. So, which he does if I'm recording. He'll bugger off somewhere else and keep himself busy. So, excuse me, if there is anything you ever want me to cover on a Truth Talking Thursday, let me know down below, and I will try my best. I will research it before I do it, obviously. If there's anything you want me to look at with relation to this or any previous videos I've done, let me know again. Last week's video was on comparison between Philip DeFranco and TYT, which in my mind there's no comparison. Philip will beat TYT hands down any time, any day. Sorry, that's just my opinion. I used to be a TYT fan, I haven't been on for a while. But like I say, also if you've got any idea for next week's Trash Talking Tuesday, let me know. Whether you want me to do another vegan or another story timer or another egotistical prat of a YouTuber who thinks he's a singer, let me know. Let me know, and I'll happily see if I can accommodate you. So I am contemplating on doing another video about our two least favourite people, because there have been more recent things coming out, and I'm kind of itching to, but I'm kind of reluctant to at the same time. Not because I'm worried about getting attacked, I just don't know if I've got enough information yet. So, I'm going to give a shout out while I'm here to EgoCast, Kimmy Cat, and Tim Gesh, I think he's called. You guys are awesome. Tim, you pretty much comment on every single one of my video. Kimmy, I know you watch all the time. You're always saying hi, and when I'm recording this, we're still trying to plan a collab, which we will get around to doing for you guys. And EgoCast, hi, I hope you get to see this video. I've recently found yours through the videos you've done about Joy. And some of your recent videos really did make me laugh. Unfortunately, I don't have the software to be able to do the edits that you do, but one day, hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to do edits like that. Just hope I don't get flagged for copyright. With a bit of luck, I won't be. So, with that being said, stay safe, have fun, and I will see you tomorrow.